Hello, Church of Antioch Growth Group leaders. Good evening to all of you. You're probably thinking, what in the world is she doing? Well, I had several things that I wanted to say to you, and so I just thought that this would be easier. It's way too much to type, and I'm just trying something new. Since we are a mobile church, mobile ministry, and we do a lot of things mobilely or electronically, why not give some information via video? So I'll be looking over to the side because I did do some notes. But I did really want to start by thanking you so much for all that you do. Thank you so much for being willing to be a leader and an amazing leader. I know all of you guys are amazing leaders. Thank you for your prayers, the cajoling your members, your group members to be there and to be present and to be attentive. And I just so appreciate the opportunity that I get to work with all of you. I don't get a chance to work as closely as I wanted to. Our schedules are just nutty. It has been my goal to visit each of your groups. I haven't been able to do that yet. So I do want to schedule times with each of you, not to check up on you or anything like that. But one of my jobs as the grow coordinator for our church is to make sure that things are very fluid, that they are seamless, and that you have everything that you need. And so I just kind of want to pop in just to kind of see where the group's going, and just get a better sense of, kind of what's going on. So I'm going to be, contacting you individually to see when there might be some days that are not as good as others, especially for groups like, if something's happening in the context of your group where, outsiders, it's just not a good time. You might see that more like maybe with couples or substance abuse groups or something like that. I'll be definitely respectful of that, but I'll be there 7 minutes tops. But I do want to make sure I do that. That is one of my roles, to be there to coach you through this process. So again, I just wanted to thank you so much for all that you do and all that you have done and all that you will continue to do. The other thing is that I wanted to make sure, it's really important that you all submit your numbers every week. At the end of the week, you can do it at the end of your class or whenever you want to do that. But that's really important because we're trying to get some data as to how much we're growing, if we're falling off. And I'm kind of doing it, kind of haphazardly. Before, I was doing like tick marks. That's not working. And so Pastor gave me an app called Church Metrics, and it just allows me, and actually it's the one that we use to get the count of the people who attend our services. So that'll be really important for us as we start to project budget, as we start to project for further groups, just for a lot of different reasons. We all work and we know how important data is and numbers are. So again, please, ma'am, please, sir, please submit your numbers to me every week, and you can just do it right on the GroupMe app. The other thing is, I want you guys to encourage, I want to encourage you to recruit leaders from within your groups. The whole idea, one of the main ideas for growth groups, is for us to grow and for us to have more groups. So there are people that are already probably starting to pop up in your group, or people that have popped up in your spirit as you're praying for your group members every day. I sent you a little electronic online training today on GroupMe, and it really talks about laying a foundation of prayer for your group members, right in line with what the Church of Antioch is all about, and that's for praying for people. So as you're praying for your group, the Lord will start to bring people to your remembrance or to your thought about who could possibly actually come out of your group and start their own group, or start another group rather. And that's really what it's supposed to be about. You really should be kind of working yourself out of a job, so to speak. So for instance, my group is a very good example. Had a really, really large group, and out of that group, there were maybe 3 groups that came out of that. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do. Yes, it was a little sad leaving, having them all kind of split out, but it's okay because it's not about my group, not about your group, but it's about God's group. And so we have to be able to do things God's way. Even, because growth groups are a form of discipleship. And so we are trying to get people placed where they need to be in ministry, and also to expand the kingdom of God. So I really want to encourage you to pray to recruit new leaders. The other thing I want to mention is that we have a schedule, and I do believe we're scheduled to end this semester like December 2nd. So Pastor and I were kind of going back and forth about the schedule. He won, but I think I'm going to win the next time. So the reason why we had it the way that we had it is because we're trying to, you guys, sorry, I have a little puppy that, Onyx, he's been home by himself all day, running around, not tearing up anything. Then I get home and he tears up stuff. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, I think this time we're supposed to end December 2nd, and so we may have to massage that a little bit. Most times, small groups, what's been our experience is they run between 7 and 10 weeks, depending on what curriculum you're using. So for myself, I wasn't thinking, I hadn't really connected my group, my book that I'm using with the timeline that I had already set. So my book is only 7 weeks, okay? This particular semester of growth groups, I do believe is like 13 weeks. So after you get to the 7th week, I've already prepared some things that we're going to be doing surrounding the book that we're going through, but there's going to be different activities and different things that we're going to be doing. So some of you who have your book, you'll be finishing your book shorter than that time. You may have to start now to start to prepare about what you're going to do when that time is over. We don't want you to just stop and then don't do anything, because we really want to make sure that these groups are still moving up until it's time for the next semester. You guys should already have those dates with you. I'm trying to find them as I'm talking to you, because that's going to be important. We don't want to lose the continuity of the groups. And you guys know that we've had groups where people have been saying, well, where's the group? Where's the group? And so sometimes stopping can be a little bit of a challenge. I am also I've put in a call to the Grow Network, which is where we get all the training for the growth groups and the growth track, to find out how people are doing that, when their books maybe aren't as long as they need to be. So I'll get back to you about that, but I will need you guys for this time to fill it out as far as you can. I talked to some of you, and I know some of you have vacations and all that. Of course, we have Thanksgiving in there, and so we definitely don't want you doing that when you have Thanksgiving and cooking like I will be doing. So be mindful of the schedule. So I need a couple of things. So if you think that you're going to have to stop before December 2nd and there's no way that you can proceed or continue, I need to know that ASAP. Okay? I need to know that ASAP if you can't do that, because I'll need to make some type of adjustment. The other thing is that those of you who will be continuing in the spring, I need to know ASAP if you're going to be doing that, because I need to see how many groups we're going to finish with and then how many will take over into the spring. And you guys have to give me that information. So again, if you're not going to be able to, if you're going to have to stop short of December 2nd, you need to let me know that. If you're going to continue or not continue, I don't even want to say that part, let me know that as well. Also, what would be good to know, as a matter of fact, let me give you these dates because I found them. So we started September 10th, and we're supposed to go through, just the right one. No, this is the wrong one. Sorry, Pastor and I were going back and forth, and so I think I had the wrong one. Okay, here it is. Timeline 2017-18. So we started September 3rd, okay, and we're supposed to end December 2nd, okay, so that's when it was. Then we pick up, so we go from December, we ended December 2nd. Then the winter spring semester starts January 29th through April 29th, okay, and then the summer session is very short. It's June 4th through July 15th, and then we break until fall. So again, if you don't think that you can last, for whatever reason through December 2nd, please, please, please let me know. The other thing I need to know is what week are you on? So, like I said, I'm probably at week 6 now. I'll be doing one more week, and then I'm going to be doing an extended version of my group. So, I really, really need to know kind of what week you're on, how much longer if you'll be able to complete the session or not. If you'll be able to complete before the end of the time. Hopefully, I'm not getting redundant and crazy. And then the holiday schedule. I'll need to know from you guys if anybody's taking off. I do believe Tyrone and Susan, you guys told me already, but you told me as I'm standing up there, and I kind of know what it is with Thanksgiving, but just kind of get back on Group Me or text or email or something and let me know exactly what day you won't be doing it. I would assume that the week of Thanksgiving we probably won't be doing groups, but you guys can let me know because I don't know with the intensity of the group what's going on. If topics are coming up where Thanksgiving is a time where they really, really need to be together, not Thanksgiving Day, of course, but that whole week. So again, let me know what you come up with. So that's really about it. If you have any further questions, let me know. I can just kind of email you my notes. I don't want to be on here a long time. I did again send you the training for small groups. The small group leader talks to you about praying. It talks to you. I think it also talks to you about kind of recruiting, those types of things. So it's kind of things that it'll be kind of reiterating what I've already said to you today. So that's really it. That's kind of what I want to do. I will probably do more of these because, like I said, it's a lot of texting, typing, and then sometimes if you want to go back through Group Me, you got to scroll, and then that could be a little problematic. So this way, you can just get on and watch it and go past me and do whatever it is that you got to do. So again, thank you so much. I know some of you are in group right now. The couples are in group. Lady Emery and her group is in group. And also, too, you guys, the other thing I do need to say is we've had to share a space. Thank you so much for doing that. Sometimes that can be tough. I have to share mine on Sundays with the dancers. So it's a lot of music. Sometimes I don't ask them to turn it down. I just turn my TV up. And sometimes the finance team comes in and yeah, it's been a little chaotic sometimes, but that's what happens in ministry. You have to learn how to be flexible. You have to learn how to be pliable in the master's hand, and he'll use you. So don't be discouraged if you kind of have to do something different or move somewhere. With that said, is that Pastor has released us for the subsequent groups. If you guys want to meet somewhere other than the corporate office, that's fine. Um, kind of don't want to do homes if we don't have to, but if that's your only choice, then let me know. We can, you know, talk about that and see if there are other things. I know sometimes, unless it's like a free market group, meaning if it's around an interest, if it's like walking, or singing, or eating, or whatever, that might be a little bit easier at a restaurant. But I don't know. I've never done a group of Panera or however Starbucks or anything. But you guys would, whatever it is that you want to do. The point of all of this is to say that in the spring you'll be able to branch out a little bit and maybe do some things somewhere else because we're out of room. What a great problem for us to have. So again, God bless you. Everything's great. I just wanted to pop in and just kind of give you guys a little bit of information, and hopefully that'll do it for you. Have a great evening, and I'm going to go find me something to eat. God bless.